Assalamu alaikum, Abdulrahman here. I am the founder of Garissa Designers. I'm also the developer of Webvailers POS. Webvailers POS is a smart system that helps you in managing your shop or your business. It has the ability to record sales, daily sales. You can also record your daily expenses, and then later on during the day you can get a report about your daily sales and expenses and your net income. So this POS system really helps you run your business in the most appropriate way. For a long time, in our local market, I have been considering, how to solve this kind of problems, because I have seen a lot of, business owners who make the mistake of, recording their sales, manually with a book, and then later on maybe they forget to record it, or maybe, they lose the book, and they don't have, digital record of their sales. So it's really a problem, and it's never accurate when you're using all system to record your sales. So after a long consideration, I came up with this system, Webvailers POS system, which can help you run in your day-to-day activities and run your shop in a modern way. So the things that you can do with this POS system, like recording sales expenses, get reports, generate invoices, keep receipts, it's really a way where you can modernize your business and help manage your shop and know your insight about how your shop is running, whether you are running at a loss or you are making a profit. The only way to know that is when you have a modern system. So who can use this POS system? The kind of people who can benefit from this POS system is everyone owning a business, whether you are running a supermarket, a mini market, a clothes store, a pharmacy, a grocery stores. You can benefit from this application. There's no limit to what this application can do. As I said, this is a modern application. It has the ability, you can manage more than one cashier. It has, multiple users where you can control, as the admin, you can control your cashiers. You can log in. There are certain privileges an admin has over the cashiers, like a cashier cannot just delete a sale. They cannot generate a credit or unpaid sales. So those kind of things where an admin can do, but the cashiers cannot do. So it helps you monitor your cashiers. Additionally, this software helps you backing up your data so that you won't lose it during power loss. It has the ability to auto backup your data, not manual backup where you backup manually, but the system helps you already do the backup for you. It does the backup for you. So who can use this software? Anyone can. Anyone can use this software. There's no limit to who can use the software. So without wasting time, guys, I want to show you how to install this software, where to download this first software from, and how to activate it. So it's going to be a long video. It's going to be a long journey. If you have the patience and you're really interested in making your shop run smoothly, then you'll pay attention and watch this video to the last part, inshallah. So without wasting time, guys, let's start the real tutorial. Let's go and download this software, and I'll show you how you're going to install and how you're going to activate it. So let's go, guys. So to download the software, you visit the POS website. Just in your browser, you type in pos.webvailers.co.ke, and you're going to be welcomed by this homepage. I recommend you read about the software and get to read the homepage first, and get an insight on how the application works. For more information, you can also read about the POS, to give you more information about the POS. As you can see, there are detailed explanations here and how and the kind of features the software has. So to download the software, in the about page you can go to the down section and click on download POS, or you can download from here directly. So this download button is in every page, so even in the home page it's still there, so you can download it from sorry, you can download it from here. So we have two types. The software is the one, but you have two options. You can purchase only the software, get so that you can have only the software. But if you need the accessories like the scanner and the mini printer, you can choose this second option. But if you're only interested in the software, you can choose this first one here and click download. So you are going to be welcomed by the payment page. This is the product, the software. This is a one-time cost, guys, so do not be shocked. This is a very cheap POS system compared to the kind of features it has and the ability this software has in managing your business, as compared to other POS which are overrated on more than 100,000 Kenya shillings. Some softwares are even charged more than 50,000, but in the day-to-day usage, they can't really provide you with accurate data. So if you see this kind of a price, do not be surprised, because it really helps a lot, and this is a one-time payment, so you won't be able to you won't be paying now and then, so it's a one-time fee. So go ahead and add to cart. So after you add to cart, you proceed to checkout. You don't need to click anywhere, you just continue proceed to checkout. So this is the final process. You put your first name, last name, just fill this fill your details here. Then in this last part, you put your M-Pesa phone number, and then you just place your order. You're going to be popped in your phone. You just put your M-Pesa pin, and the payment is going to be done. So that's how you purchase the software. So the next stage I will show you guys after you download the software. Let me show you after you download the software. So this is download the software, so you'll be having this kind of a file. So next what you're going to do is unzip the file. So you go ahead and unzip it. So just say extract here. So after the software has been extracted, this is the software, this is the file that you need to install. Okay, but it also comes with this PDF, how to get your license. This you should read this first before you install the software. Kindly first take your time and read this PDF, because this is how you're going to get your license. So for security purposes and also to protect your data, I have made this software to be able to be installed in only one machine, only one computer. So you need to activate the software using this license key. So how are you going to get the license? The only way to get license, you get your machine ID. So after you install the software, you will be welcomed by let me show you. Let me install the software, and then we shall see how the activation process works. So create a desktop shortcut, don't change anything, just click next, then install. After you install, just finish. Let this be checked, then finish installation. So this is what you are going to be welcomed with. Activation required. So this is the activation page. What you do, this is unique to this code here is unique to every machine. So if your computer, when you install this software, this it's going to show you your machine ID. So if this machine ID is unique for everyone, so you're going to share this machine ID with me. So before you right now you don't have a license key, so to get your license key, you copy this machine ID and you send it to me through this WhatsApp number. Okay, so after you send it to me, you will get an activation license key. Okay, so to show you, this is how my license key right now looks like. This only works on my computer, so if you copy this, it's not going to work on your PC, because this one is generated specifically for my personal computer. So let me activate my software to show you how this activation process works. So license, let me input my license here and then activate it. So as you can see, activation successful. Then I go ahead, then you will be welcome this registration screen. So you can input your username, then password, then confirm your password. So create account. Admin account has been created. Then you just click OK. Then another screen, this now where you're going to log in with the information you registered with. So let me log in. So after you log in, you'll be welcome this main screen. So this is where you're actually going to carry out all your sales. So to serve customers, this is where you're going to serve your customers. As you remember, when we were logging in, the first account we created was admin account. So actually, when you download the software and activate it, the first account you create, that's going to be your admin account. So with the two accounts, the first account is the admin account. Then after the admin logs in, you can create the cashier account. Okay, so let's go ahead. The first thing we're going to do actually is create an admin account. We are going to create a cashier account. So you go to users. After you click admin panel, you come to users. As you can see, this is the admin account we created when you first logged in. So to create a cashier account, you input the cashier name. Let me just say cashier 1. So you can put any name. You can put your cashier's name like Mohammed, Abdullahi. You can just put your cashier name there. You can set a password. So and then you're going to give that password to a cashier. For now, let me just say 1123. That's going to be the password, and the role you're going to give that person is a cashier account, not an admin account, because you are the admin account. But if you want to have more than one admin account, then you can still create it. But for now, we are creating cashier account. So let me just choose cashier, then add user. As you can see, user has been added successfully. So what are the advantages of admin over the cashier? Right now we are in the admin panel, so the cashier cannot access all these settings. The cashier cannot access the products. They cannot view stocks. They cannot do the reporting. They can not view unpaid credit sales. They cannot view the customers. They cannot create users. They cannot edit shop settings, where you can put your shop name, your phone number, the receipt footer, and then the receipt logo. They can't do all that. The cashiers cannot do that. Only admin can do that. As you remember, we created a cashier account. So let's try and see if the cashier can access these settings. So let me go to admin and log out. So I created a cashier account. So we created a cashier 1, and the password was 123. So let me log in as a cashier. So when I log in as a cashier, there are certain things I can do. I can make sales. I can make payments. I can add customers, I can add expenses, I can view my sales. But what I can't actually do is access the admin area. As you can see, the access has been denied, so a cashier cannot access the admin panel. Okay, so that's the only difference. So let's go back to our let's log out and log in as the admin now. So I was just showing you guys what the admin can do that a cashier cannot do. So as an admin, I told you you can access the admin panel. We have these options, the products. We have the, here's where you can add the product. So right now we don't have any product. As you can see, we have 0 products. So here's where you are going to add the products. So we are going to add products later. For now, I'm just showing you the overview of the POS. So this is where you're going to add categories, where you're going to add the product name. You can scan the barcode, the buying price of the item, the selling price, then you add the product. So later on you can adjust the stock, and you can update or delete the product. So the next part in the admin section we have is view stock. So right now we don't have a stock, as you can see. So when we add products and then we set the buying price and the selling price, what the stock can do is it's going to calculate your stock value. So how much do you have in your shop in terms of value of the stock? Okay, so if you have, like, let's say a carton of milk for 4,000, and in the quantity you have 10 boxes, then that's going to be 4,000 as the stock value. That's just an example. So we're going to see later more insight about the stock value when you add the product later on, but for now we are only viewing the I'm only showing you the overview of the website, of the POS. So you can also export to PDF the stock. Next we have reports. This is where you're going to see reports. Right now we don't have any sales, so we didn't do any sale. But when you do sales and you do incur expenses during the running day of the process, during the daily run, you're going to incur expenses. So you're going to record it. You're going to record the sales. So in this section it's going to show you the sales and expense report. Okay, so when you load the report, it's going to show you the total sales of today, the total expenses, and the net income. Right now we didn't do any of that. You can also export to PDF. Next we have unpaid credit sales. So in this section you will be able to view credit sales. Maybe a customer took an item or bought something from you in credit. They didn't pay. Maybe they want to pay the next day or later during the day. So any type of unpaid sale is going to appear here. So the cashier cannot delete the invoice. Okay, they cannot mark the invoice as paid. So only the admin can do that. Okay, so this is where you're going to control your unpaid or credit sales. So next we have customers. So here you will be able to view your customers and the ability to export the customers with their phone number. And the next we have users, and I already showed you this way you can create a user, maybe a cashier or an admin account. So the next we have shop settings. Shop settings, very important, guys. If you want to customize your receipt printing, you need to input your shop name. Let me just input my shop name here, Garissa Designers. So phone number 0700100173. that's the shop phone number. And at the bottom of the receipt I want to have my till number so that the customer can pay after the receipt has been generated. Okay, so let me just input till 800-7708. Okay, so this is the till number of the shop. So when the customer gets the receipt, they can pay through that till number. So the logo that is going to appear on receipt, you're going to put it here. So browse and then choose your logo, and I recommend you choose a logo which is 500 by 500 pixel, and make sure the background is white, or preferably the background should be transparent. Okay, let me just for the sake of demo purposes, let me just use this My POS logo. So then you save settings. So later on you're going to see when we print receipt, we are going to have the receipt is going to have the shop name, the phone number, the till number at the footer, and then you're going to have the logo at the top section of the receipt. So the next here we have backup. Here's where you're going to do manual backup, which right now you don't need to do that because the system is already doing for you. As I told you before, this system is designed to auto backup your database or your data. Okay, after every 10 minutes the system automatically backs up your data. So also, if you close your entire app, if you close this entire system, anytime you're closing the system, it's going to create a backup. So you always have a backup, always at the end of sales, at the end of closing the application. If the power runs out, you're safe because you already backed up your data automatically. So there's no need for you to back up. But if you manually want to back up your data, you can click here, and then it just creates a backup. So if you want to restore an older backup file, you're going to restore it from here. Okay, let me, by the way, I think I have a backup I created a long ago where we have products. Let me see if I can get the backup. I think this is the backup. Let me download it from my online. There's a backup I saved earlier. Okay, projects. Sorry guys, my internet connection is very poor. I'm using the wrong account. Let me go to Garissa Designers account. There's a backup I did. Yes, this is the backup, guys. So this is the backup that I saved. Let me download this one real quick. Let me download this one. So the backup has been downloaded. So let me go back to my app. So let me redo again. Let me restore backup. Let me say yes, and then click this. That was the download, the one I just downloaded right now. This was the one I downloaded. So let me say open, database restored successfully, restart application. Okay, so to start you have to restart the application so that the backup will take effect. So right now we just did a backup. We just restored a backup. So this backup should contain a data which I did earlier. Let me go back to the product and see. As you can see, guys, right now we have a lot of products here, and before we didn't have any product. So we just did a backup. I restore a backup which contained these items. So that's how you do the restoration of the backup. The next thing I want to do, I want to show you guys is I already showed you this admin panel. So let me show you guys how actual sales is going to happen, how this POS system runs during the day, during serving customers. So you can use this POS system in two ways. You can either use it with a barcode scanner, or you can manually search products. Let me show you right now. I'm just doing a screen recording. I cannot show you the barcode scanning or 3D printing. We are going to do that later during the last part of the video. So for now, let me show you how you are going to do sales in the manual way. So let me search a product right now. Since we added products, let me search. Before I show you how to make a sale, let me first show you how you can add a product. That's the most basic important thing. So go to products. Right now, as you can see, these categories has been created after we imported the backup. Okay, so to go back to the clean installation, let me delete the backup so that I'll have a clean installation. Okay guys, let me just delete the backup. So the application usually stores files, POS backup. As you can see, this is the backup. Let me delete this one. Let me delete that backup. POS as well, delete this backup, and let me delete all this backup. As you can see, the application has been creating backups after 10 minutes, after every 10 minutes. Okay, so let me delete all these backups. Okay, so right now if I start my application, it's going to be a new application again. Okay, let me start the app again. This is the application. As you can see, it's just like we are installing a new app again. So because I deleted the old backup, so let me create account again. The admin account has been created successfully. Then let me log in with the admin account. Okay, we are back to where we are before. So as I told you guys, I'm going to show you how to record products. So this is the product management screen. So right now we don't have a product, so I'm going to show you how to add a product. In this right side we have product details. So number one, we have choose or add category. So every product should belong to a certain category. So here is where you are going to add categories. So to begin with, let me first start creating categories. Let me say I'm running a supermarket. Okay, let me say we have the food section. Okay, again, let me say we have the snacks section. We have the snacks section. Let me say we have skincare. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just adding the categories so that when later on I start adding products here, they should belong to any of these categories. Okay, let me see what let me say drinks. Okay, for now, just to show you guys, let me just create these 4 categories and then move ahead to creating a product. So product name under these categories, let me say drinks. Let me choose drinks. Then I say I input Coca-Cola. Okay, let me that's just an example, Coca-Cola, and then input the barcode. For here you can either scan with your barcode and then you register the product once here. Okay, every product in a supermarket comes with a barcode. You need to scan only one item per the pack. You don't have to scan the whole item. Okay, you only need to scan one. I think those people who are running a supermarket know this. You don't need to scan all your items in the same product. Okay, you only need to scan one sample, just one sample of the whole pack. Okay, you scan, and then you the backup is going to show, the barcode is going to show here automatically. And then you set your buying price. This is very important, guys. In this buying price section, this is where you're going to calculate your stock value, if you remember. Okay, so let me say buying price, let me say 50 shilling, and then I'm going to sell this Coca-Cola at 70 shillings. Okay, let me say this one is 500 ml to be specific. Coke 500 ml, 50 shilling, selling price 70. Okay, and then you just add a product. As you can see right now, we just added a product. If you see the background here is kind of red or orange, kind of, it's because we don't have any stock right now. It's just zero stock. Okay, so we are going to add stock later. Let me just continue adding products. So under food, we are going to choose let me see. Under food, we are going to choose, let me say okay, let me say sugar. Sorry, here's the category side. Let me sorry, always remember to clear the fields. Okay, whenever you just make an error, just clear the fields, guys. Is going to be helpful. So let me say sugar. Sugar should belong under the category of food. As I told you guys, you can just put your barcode here. You can also scan. Let me say 1 kg here, 1 kg sugar. Buying price, let me say okay, let me say that's the cost, and then let me say that's the price for 1 kg. Okay, let me add it. Then next we are going to add a skincare product. Let me say here Nivea for men. Then you just input your barcode here. Sorry, barcode should not contain characters. Buying price, let me say it's 250 and I'm selling it at 500. Then add the product. Okay, under snacks, let me say under snacks we have okay, let me see okay, let me say chocolates. Snicker chocolate, Snickers. Snicker chocolate. As the barcode, the price, let me say 80 shilling, and the selling price 100 shilling. Add product. Okay, let me guys right now, as I told you, the background here is red, showing you like that you don't have a stock. It's all 00. So to add a stock, you just need to click on an item once. It's going to reappear here, okay, in this section. As you can see, Coke 500. This is what you said before, the price, the buying price and the selling price. Next we have here add just stock. Okay, and you're going to see this pop up, then just input quantity. Let me just say we have like a whole carton, like 24 pieces Coca-Cola. As you can see, the background becomes white. Nivea for men, add stock. Let me just choose 20 pieces. Snicker chocolate, let me also input 20 stock. Sugar 1 kg, let me say I have 20 in stock. So as you can see right now that we have the products here added. Later on, you are going to have a lot of products. The whole of this page is going to be filled with a lot of items, and it's going to be confusing. So if you want to view only specifically drinks, then you can come to this category and then only view drinks. Okay, so the whole of this section is going to be drinks. So if you want to only specifically view food section, you can view it. You can also view skincare as well as snacks. Okay, So I have added 4 items for each category just to show you how adding product works, guys. So let me refresh to show all items. If you want to show all items, you can just refresh. So that's all about how you add products. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys, let me close this one. Now that we have added a product, I want to show you how you can make the sale. Okay, let me just show you an example where you just uploaded all your products, all your item, and everything is running smoothly. This is how you're going to make the sale. Okay, so remember we had sugar. Let me say the customer came to the shop and they wanted 1 kg sugar. So the moment you type S, all items with the letter S are going to appear with the stock value here, with the stock count. So sugar 1 kg, right now we have 20 in stock. Okay, let me say the first customer bought 1 kg sugar. Quantity, let me say 2 kg. Let me say 2 kg, and then add to the cart. As you can see, 120 times 2, total is going to be 240. Okay, as we remember, the stock we minus 2. Okay, if we go ahead and complete this cell, we should have a minus 2 in our stock. Okay, remember we had 20 kg, so if we minus 2 kg, we are going to be left with 18. Okay, so let me go ahead and add customer name. Maybe you just want to save the customer for later use, or maybe you want to send notification or sales. So the customer name, let me just say Abdul. The phone number, let me input my phone number. So save customer. So this is the section where the customer is going to appear. Okay, so the next you can do is go ahead and make payment. So you are going to be met with this pop-up to do to complete the sale. So the customer might either pay with cash or M-Pesa. Okay, let me say the customer paid with in cash 240. Okay, so that's the amount the customer paid. Then you confirm payment. As you can see, the sale has been completed successfully. Subtotal was 240, total is 240. You can go ahead and print the receipt. So if you click here, the receipt is going to be printed with your company logo and the footer where you set your till number. Okay, that's basically how you're going to do sales. So the next thing I want to show you guys, now that we did a sale, I want to confirm 2 things. I want to see if the sale that I made is going to appear in my record. That's the first thing I want to see. The second thing I want to see is the stock. Remember we minused 2 stock, so I have to make sure I have the correct quantity in stock. Okay, so as you remember, we did 120 times 2, that was 240, and the quantity was 2. So if I go back to the stock, view stock, I see sugar, remember, and as you can see guys, it's 18 in stock right now, and we had 20. Remember we had 20. Right now we have only 18 left, minus 2. As you can see at the bottom here, the stock value is 9,240. The stock value is calculated from the buying price, not the selling price. So when you are doing your end of year stock taking, checking your stock value, you only need to check the stock value report from here. It's calculating the buying price, 50 plus 250 plus 80 plus 80, multiplying with the quantity. So if I have 50 Coke in stock, 24 pieces, then the total is going to be added here, 9,240. That's the stock value. Okay, so right now we just confirm that the system works. We had 20 kg sugar in stock. After selling 2, we are left with 18. So the system right now works perfectly. So the second thing I wanted to confirm is whether the cell actually was recorded in my my record. So down here, as you can see, there's this my cells. So if you click once, this is where the cell is going to appear. So the date, the item sugar 1 kg, the amount 240, the customer paid in cash, the amount the customer paid was 240, the customer name Abdul, and the phone number, and the cashier was Lee. The admin we created, that was the cashier. If this sale happened in the cashier account, then the name of the cashier will happen here. So the person who is logged in's name is going to appear here, so that later on we can see who made the sale. So in this screen you can also delete the sale. Maybe the sale was wrong, maybe you did a refund, or maybe you let's say maybe the customer returned the goods. So this way you're going to delete the cell. So if I do click delete cell, are you sure you want to delete cell #1? So if you want to click yes, the cell is going to disappear from this record, and the 2 kg sugar that we had in stock is going to be returned back to stock. Okay, so after you delete the cell, the stock will be returned back to the original quantity. So let me just say no for now. The next thing you can do in this screen is you can reprint the receipt. Maybe in the evening this customer came back and they want their receipt. You can go back to the my sales section and then you reprint the receipt. That's the that is the one function of this my sales. The other thing you can do is export this PDF. Okay, you can export as a PDF. So let's say the whole day you have been making sales and this whole page is filled, and you want to know the report. As you can see here, the cash, the amount the customer paid was in cash 240, and total amount M-Pesa is 0. So this is going to help you later when you are closing your shop, to know how much cash you have and how much the customer sent to your M-Pesa, and the total sale during that day is going to appear here. So for more insight about this kind of reports, we're going to show later on during the last part of the video when we make a lot of sales. For now we only have one sale, so we don't have a much record, so we'll come back to this screen later. So the next thing guys I want to show you, the next scenario I want to show you is maybe the customer doesn't have the money right now and they are planning to pay tomorrow. So that's called an unpaid sale, or maybe a credit sale. Okay, so I want to show you guys how to do credit sale. So just the normal way, maybe the customer wanted let me say Nivea for men, 1 piece, and for some reason they wanted a sneaker. I don't know how someone would buy a a Nivea for men and a sneaker chocolate, but let's just an example, guys. So we have a Nivea for men, sneaker chocolate. So the total amount is 600. Okay, the customer, make sure whenever you are doing a credit sale, you must always select customer, always add customer. During the normal ways, when you are in a rush and you're doing a normal sale, not an unpaid sale, I mean not a credit sale, make sure you select a customer. But other times when you're doing a normal sale, adding a customer is not a must, it's just an optional. Okay, but when you're doing a credit sale, make sure you add the customer. Okay, let me add customer. So let me say the customer's name was Zakaria. Phone number, let me just random phone number. This is just a random number, guys, just to show you. So let me say Zakaria wants these 600 worth items, and then I go ahead to the payment section. So in terms of cash and M-Pesa, since he is not paying that amount, we are going to choose pay later. Okay, pay later. it's an unpaid sale, so the customer is not paying anything now, they want to pay later. Okay, so you just, instead of say confirm payment, you only use confirm payment if the payment has actually been done. But if it's about unpaid sale, you only click here, unpaid sale. So sale saved as unpaid credit. Another information is, even unpaid or credit sale, the stock will always be minused. Since the item has been taken by the customer, the item is the quantity of the item is going to be minused. So the sale now has been completed, but we did not receive the money. To show you, to confirm that, if I come back to my sales, as you can see, I still have 240. The sale did not register here. That means I did not receive the cash, but the stock left the shop. So how am I going to, during the day when I am closing the shop, how am I going to know where the stock went? So I come back to admin panel, and then only admin can see this. So if I come to unpaid credit sales, as you can see, we have Zakaria here, who took Nivea for men 1 piece, 600, total amount 600 again here. This is just the amount, not the single price for the sneaker. It's just the total amount of the sale. Okay, okay, what you can do is, let's say there are two scenarios here. Maybe the same day or the next day, the carrier came back and then made the payment. You mark as paid. To confirm, you mark as paid. And the other thing is, maybe Zakaria returned the goods, he's no longer buying it, so maybe the same day he returned the goods, so he didn't pay it, so you can delete the invoice. Okay, you can say delete the invoice. Or maybe he returned only the sneaker and he didn't return the for men, you're going to delete the invoice. So this is how unpaid credit is calculated. And there are also another scenario where just to show you, right now one quantity of Nivea for men has been minus from our stock. Another one quantity from sneaker chocolates has been minus. So what happens if you delete this invoice? Remember, we had 20 Nivea for men, and one was bought by Zakaria through unpaid. We minused one from the stock, so our stock currently is 19. Remember, it was 20, so minus this, it is 19. If I click delete cell, if I click this delete invoice, this one quantity is going to be returned back to the original quantity. So Nivea for men will be 20. But if I mark paid, this one quantity will not be returned, since it has already been purchased and the payment has been done. So let's go ahead and make this as paid to see if it's going to be recorded back to our sales. So let's say at the end of the day, Zakaria came back and made the sale. So let me mark it as paid. Okay, as you can see, I have marked the sale as paid since Zakaria has paid. So let me go back to my sales. As you can see, we are back to our sales. Zakaria right now has bought the item. It's being recorded back here, 600. So remember, we had 240 and now we have 840. Okay, that's how the unpaid sale is done, and that's how it's managed by the admin. The other thing I want to show you guys is how to add a discount. This is very important during sales, because right now in our stock, there's a buying price, there's a selling price. Okay, so our system, unless instructed, it cannot sell less than 70 shilling. This Coca-Cola 500 ml, the system cannot sell less than 70 shilling. Okay, Nivea for men 250, this buying price, then the selling price, the system cannot sell higher than 500, less than 500. The system is instructed to sell only at 500. But if the customer is buying like more than maybe a lot of items and they want to pay different price, the only way you can do that is by adding a discount. So let me show you a scenario where a customer has bought the Coca-Cola. You remember we have 24 in stock. Okay, let me say we have, like, let me say the customer bought 5 pieces. We have 350. Okay, 350. And then Nivea for men, maybe the customer bought like 5 of them. I don't know why he's buying 5, but let me just say as an example, the customer bought Nivea for men 2,850. Okay, and the total amount they are supposed to pay is 2,850, and they want discount. They don't have this 2,850, and the customer said, hey, let me have a discount since I bought all these items. I want to pay 2,700. So that's a discount of 150. So if you agree with the customer and you want to give a discount of 150, you're going to record it here and then just click enter. A discount of 150 added to the cart. Okay, as you can see, the sale has been the total amount has been deducted, so you can go ahead and now make the payment. Okay, so in this screen I also want to show you what happens when the customer pays half in cash and half in M-Pesa, so that later on when you're closing the shop, you know how much you have in cash and how much you have in M-Pesa. Let me say the customer had cash 2,000 and the remaining balance the customer paid through M-Pesa. So confirm payment, and then as you can see, the subtotal was 2,850 after discount of 150. The total paid is 2,700. Then you can print the receipt, and this information is going to be included in your receipt. So if I come back to my sales again and I load the sale, as you can see, this is the last sale I made. The total amount paid was 2,700, and the type of payment the customer chose to pay in a split is 2,000 through cash and 700 through M-Pesa. And the customer, we did not save the customer's name, so it's a walk-in sale. As you can see down here, 2,240 has been paid through cash and only 700 through M-Pesa. Okay, let me go ahead and export this. Maybe I want to say it's during the end of the day and I want to save this sale. Let me export this PDF. Cancel. Let me export again. Desktop. Okay, let me export this. My sale has been exported successfully. So if I go and view the sale, my sales here, this is the PDF. If I go back and view, this is the report I'm going to get. So total cash 2,400, total M-Pesa 700, and today's total sale 3,540 shilling. So when you are closing the shop, you confirm like 2,240 is already in your M-Pesa, and you should probably have 700 in your counter. Okay, so this is only a preview of how your daily sales is going to be and how it's going to be recorded. So and the last, not maybe the last, but the other thing I want to show you guys, I just showed you how to record sales and how to record an unpaid sale, and then how to apply discount. The next I want to show you is how to add expenses. So because every day, beside making a sale, every shop or every business should incur an expense. So next I'm going to show you how to record those expenses. So guys, let me show you how you are going to record expense. So you come down to this section where it says add expense. So this screen appears with a date. So let me say the other thing I want to do, the same way we did in products, I want to make sure I first have categories. Let me say there are daily sales. I always incur every day. Let me record it, daily sales, a category called daily sales. Add category. Then the next category I want to add is rent payment. Rent. Okay. The other expense, let me say food. The other expense, let me say transport. You first record the categories. As you can see, categories right now are here. So let me say right now, in the morning probably I spent 200 on transport. So category, I choose transport, and then description, so that later on you will know where you spend the 200. You can describe here, my morning transport. Okay, add expense. Let's add another expense again. Let me say during the day you had 300. Maybe you had lunch, 300, and then you just describe it as my lunch, and then we just add expense. Okay, after you add expense, let us view the expense report. Let me view the expenses. As you can see, we have the date here. We spent 300 on lunch, category food, and this the cashier who spent the cash, the amount. We also have 200 morning transport, category transport. The same person spent that money, the cashier Lee. Okay, so that's how expenses are recorded. So what happens at the end of the day? The system is going to show you that your total sales of the day minus the stock. So in detailed report, you go to admin, and then you go to report. As you can see, earlier we made a total sale of 3,540 shilling, and we spent 200 on transport, 500 on food, lunch. Okay, so net income is going to be 3,540 minus the 500. The total amount is going to be 3,040 shilling. Okay, so that's how the system is going to give you in a detailed report. So what you can do also, you can export this at the end of the day to keep it. You can also print it. You can keep it safe somewhere to know your monthly. You can also, let's say it's end of the month, you start from the 1st of February to the end of December. Okay, up to here you can load the report. If you made sales during that period of time, they're going to appear here, and then you can export them. Okay, let me just export this. Let me export it here. Sales report successfully exported. Let me go ahead and view my report. We exported in document, in desktop. As you can see, this was sales report. Okay, this is my sales report. As you can see, same as before. We spent we made a sale of 3,540, and total expense 500. The net income of that day is 3,000. So what happens, let's just try and make a negative that day, a lot of expense for a day, and see if what we're going to have as the final report. Okay, let me say I add another expense amount. Let me say 5,000. Okay, maybe I paid rent 5,000, and then I say description rent, add expense. Okay, as you remember, the total amount of sale we made was closely 3,500, and right now we just made an expense of 5,000 plus 500 earlier. Okay, so what happens in our report? Let me go back to report, load report. As you can see, in that day we made a sale of 3,540. Total expense was more than the sales of that day, so the net income is going to be negative 1,960. So it's a good idea. The reason why you are going for this kind of a system is to make to confirm to you, or to convince you, or have an idea how your business is running. But if you blindly just assume, like, I just spent 5,000 on rent, just that's normal, and let me just say you spent 300, that's normal. In the end of the day, you never know where your expenses are going. You don't know if you are making a profit or a loss. This kind of system just makes you realize you're going, if you see every day there's a negative here, then you're going to make a decision your business is not being run well, or maybe you are going at your expenses are more than the income, so you're going to make a decision based on these reports. Okay, so the good thing about this software is it's going to show you insight about how your business is running, whether you are making a profit each day or you're making a loss. Like this day here, we made a loss of 1,960. As much as you paid rent, yes, it's okay, but it's a negative. This sign negative every day, it means it's costing you negatively every day. For a day or two, it's okay. Maybe between for the first 5 days of the month, it's okay to have a negative sale, because maybe you are paying rent, you are paying school fees, those kind of things. But if this negative sales appears more than 10 days, then that should show you there's something wrong with how you are running the business, and you should make a decision. So guys, the last thing I want to show you, because right now we pretty much covered everything, I want to show you a summary, or maybe an insight of what we just did from the beginning of the video to now. The first thing we did was we created a user, and I say this is where you create the user. You can add a cashier account here. After you add a cashier account, you can also, let me show you, you can also activate or deactivate a cashier. Okay, the other thing we did, we viewed stock. Before that, we added a product. After we added a product, so that you can be able to view your stock value. Then we have customers here. All the customers you have been adding when you are doing sales, they are going to appear here. Customers, this kind of information is going to help you in marketing. A lot of you guys don't keep phone numbers when your customers make sales. This is very important, guys, to have customer name and phone number. What I'm going to do, let's say during the day you served more than 100 customers or 10 customers, and we all have their phone number and their names. What you're going to do, you're going to export as CSV customers. Let me replace this one here. Yes, okay, let me go and view my CSV customers as I saved and open it. Because saving customers' phone numbers is very essential when you want to do business advertising, when you want to sell maybe your items are back in stock. Created that, so don't worry, just adjust the columns. As you can see, this was our first customer. This is the phone number and Zacharia's phone number. Okay, let's say those are the customers for today. And I want to say, the most important thing why, and the reason why we are saving customers is to reach more clients. Even after the customer leaves the shop, you should be able to send SMS messages. You should be able to save their phone number maybe probably send them a notification in their WhatsApp account, maybe thank them for doing business with you. Most people do not do that. So this system is going to help you export your customers' contacts. If you see there's no zero here, it's okay. Microsoft Excel usually doesn't know right now if this is a phone number, so we want to make Microsoft Excel recognize this as a phone number. Right now it just shows as a digit but not as a phone number. You go to general, you just click on this small toggle. After you do that, you're going to custom. This is just a shortcut. It usually works. So just the 10 digits. Let me just input 10 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Phone number is usually 10 digits. If I say okay, as you can see now we have our zero back here. So later on you can send a notification, you can send you can save this as into your phone. You can do also, you can delete all of this column if you want. You can delete it. Okay, you can delete that column, so that when you want to save, you only save the phone number and the name. That's how easy it is. You can save this to your phone already. What you can also do, I also show this in another video, not now. We have this ability to send SMS notification right here from Microsoft Excel. I'll show you guys in another video how you're able to do that. The moment you export your cells here, you'll be able to send SMS messages from here. Okay, so you input your message here and then you copy it. Let me just show you an example. Okay, let me say we have like a lot of phone numbers. Okay, let me just show you as an example, guys. Let me say today you had like a lot of clients. This is a different name. Just assume these are different names and these are different phone numbers. So you want to send this message to your client. Right now I'm just showing you just an overview, but in another video inshallah I'm going to show you the complete tutorial on how you're able to send an SMS from your computer. Inshallah, that's going to be a tutorial for another time. So just to show an example, in that later on we are going to use a template where if you say hi, thank you for doing business with us, and you want to send this SMS to all your customers, you just drop down like this. Then in that template there's going to be a button here which says just send SMS. So all your customers are going to receive your SMS. If you are doing a printing shop like my shop, where we after the customer leaves the shop, they leave their orders for printing. Okay, so maybe they're coming back tomorrow for their order. What we usually do is we say after we finish the items, we usually send SMS saying hi, kindly come pick your order. That's an example. That's what we do, and then we select all the customers and we send this kind of notification to our customer. So the ability to view customers helps you in sending SMS when you want, or you can as well save it in your contacts and then SMS them through your phone or your WhatsApp account. So that's how you export customers and the importance of saving your customers' phone numbers. Okay, so that's it, guys. This is pretty much how the system works. We covered about the discount, we covered how to add a customer, we covered about how to create a user, Okay, we saw how you can add a product. We first choose the category or add the category, then you input the item information, and then later on you update the stock. Let's say you want to update this stock. Maybe new stock came. Right now we have 19 here, and you want to add one stock, or maybe let's say, okay, let me just use this as an example, it's easier. We have 14 here in stock. Let's say 6 more stock came, and we want to make here 20 in stock. So what you do, you come back here and you say adjust stock. Don't just put 6 here, because that's what's going to appear here. Right now we have 14 in stock. So how much did you receive in stock now? So we had 14 before, and we are currently receiving 6 more items. So we say 16 plus 4. I mean 14 plus 6. Sorry, we said 14 plus 6. Right now we have 14 in stock. 6 more stock came. So 14 plus 6. Those are 20 items. So total amount should be 34. Sorry guys, let me repeat this. Let me adjust the back again. 20. Adjust stock, negative 34. Okay, we are back to 20 again. Sorry. So you want to add stock. Right now, let me say I want to add the 6 more stock that came. You type in 6. It's going to be 26. Okay, so if you want to minus the 6, maybe they're damaged, you want to return them, you make sure you put negative 6. So a positive increases the stock, a negative decreases the stock. Okay, that's how simple it works. So the other thing I want to show you guys, if you are making a sale, as let's say it's a sugar, quantity is 1. Okay, so if you want to increase the quantity after you have already added to your POS account, you can use your keyboard plus to add stock, or your keyboard minus to reduce quantity in stock. Okay, the other very important thing I want to show you guys, if I want to show you an example to clear sale, you can clear from here. I want to show you a scenario where like you don't have your stock, you only have one stock. We sell that one stock, and we see later on if the system is able to sell as an item that's out of stock, how the system is going to behave. Okay, so let's say right now, let me go back to the products. Let's say we have Coke 19 here. Let's say we have only one right now. Let me say negative 18. Okay, as you can see, it turns yellow because we have less than 5 stock. Only left 1. Let's see what happens if we sell this one item, this Coke stock 1. As you can see, let me sell this one first. Payment 70. I sold it. Now let's see if I'm able to sell the item again. As you can see, the item is out of stock. Okay, and I also want to show you a scenario where we had like, let's say 2 items in stock. At the stock we have 2 items. Okay, let me say 5 items in stock. Go back, let me say Coke again. We have 5 in stock. Let me choose to sell 4. Okay, sorry, let me choose to 4. So after you put 4 in stock, then maybe the customer adds another one. I saw that maybe you already have 4 in stock, 4 in the cart, and the customer added 2 more. What happens? I increase, let me say I have here 4 already. Here I remember we had 5 in stock. Right now we added 4 in stock, 4 in the cart. We already scanned the item, it's already in the cart, 280. And later on the customer didn't know, so the customer, because they don't know if you have the stock. So let's say you want to add 5 more pieces. Are you able to do that? Let me see. You see, only 5 items available, already 4 in cart. So the only the only quantity you can add is 1, because you already have 4 in the cart. You're only allowed to add 1. If I choose 1, successful. If I choose more than 1, it's going to decline. You see, okay. That's how, guys, the system works. And there's an important information I wanted to share right now. As you know, this is a new system. We just finished this product, and we're going to do an update weekly. If we are going to constantly improve this software, so just a month down the line you're going to see a lot of changes. We are going to edit other stuff, we are going to include other features, we are going to add a lot of more features are coming, guys. As you can see right now, some of the features are just simplified for you to make sales. As time comes, we are going to add more features. More features are coming. So thank you for buying this software, thank you for supporting this software. We'll keep on implementing more features, improving the features, already existing features. So thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video up to this part. If you honestly want to support, because a lot of time has been spent into making this product, so be appreciative, be understanding, and support others, inshallah, because it's not easy. I've been developing this software for more than 2 months, day and night, staying awake. A lot of time and effort has been used into implementing this kind of service. As you can see, the cost is not that much. It's only 35,000 Kenyan shilling. To own this kind of software is very, very, very cheap, okay, as compared to other POS systems. Additionally, we are doing physical installations. We are also carrying out services after we are doing after sale services, whether you maybe you install the software down the week, maybe there are maybe a problem on your end where maybe you misplaced your computer, or maybe you erased your computer. So we are doing technical support for you guys. So if you are within Garissa, you're very lucky, because my location is in Garissa. So if you need technical support, whether it has something to do with your computer losing data, or maybe problems during installations, or during sales, or maybe you encounter a problem using the software, I can reach you guys, I can offer you support. So guys, inshallah, we are going to improve this software as time goes. As you can see, the current version is 4.5. so make sure you keep checking our website for the version, because we usually update the website. As you can see right now, if I go back to my homepage, as you can see here, version 4.5 updated 17th February 2026. Maybe if you come back to the website and you see a later date here, you should install the new date, and I will show you and I'll help you and show you how you can install the newer versions without needing to pay again, okay? Inshallah, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you understood how this POS works, and if you have any problem, you can reach me through the phone number, the WhatsApp. Only make sure it's through WhatsApp, because calls are not available currently for that number. You can reach me through WhatsApp. Inshallah, I'm going to reply to you and offer you all the support that I can help you with, inshallah. So thank you guys for watching this video, and inshallah wishing you good luck with your shop, inshallah.